Welcome to English Podcasts. Relax and enjoy your listening practice.
He came in with a sprained ankle. Nothing serious. But from the moment he walked into triage, something felt off. Not because he was rude, not because he screamed, but because when the intern said, "We'll do an x-ray to rule out fracture," he replied, calmly, "You don't need one. It's a grade 2 lateral ligament strain. Ultrasound would be faster." The room went quiet. Then he looked at the nurse adjusting his IV and said, "That saline bag should be 0.9%, not 0.45%. He's dehydrated." She froze, checked, changed it. And just like that, we all knew. This wasn't a patient. This was a war veteran of another kind. They started calling him the consultant in jeans. He didn't wear a coat, didn't ask for privileges, just sat in the waiting room like he belonged there, because in a way, he did. He'd correct nurses. "That antibiotic has a contraindication with his anticoagulant." He'd stop residents before they wrote prescriptions. "She doesn't have vertigo. Look at her eye tracking. It's vestibular migraine." Once he quietly suggested a rare autoimmune marker during a case review. We ran the test. He was right. But no one liked him. Because medicine is built on hierarchy, on trust between doctor and patient, and here was a man, no credentials, no degree on file, telling us how to do our jobs. The younger staff rolled their eyes. Who does he think he is? Even some patients avoided sitting near him, like knowledge could be contagious. Only I watched, because I saw something they didn't. One night during a shift change, I found him still in the waiting area. No injury, no appointment, just there. I brought him tea, sat down. "You're not just good at this," I said. "You're trained." He looked at the floor, then up. "My wife had ALS," he said, "started 10 years ago. We lived in hospitals after year 3. He told me how they moved cities to follow specialists, how he read every study, attended rounds, sat through grand rounds like a silent observer. Doctors let him stay, at first out of pity, then respect. He asked sharp questions, caught side effects early. Eventually, he helped write parts of her care plan. For 8 years, he never left a ward, held her hand, held the clipboard, became fluent in symptoms, drugs, protocols, not from books, but from love. When she died, he didn't know what to do with himself. Couldn't sleep at home, too quiet, too clean. So he started going back to clinics, ERs, outpatient departments, not as a visitor, as someone who still knew where to sit, what to watch, how to listen. "It's not that I want to fix things," he said. "It's that I don't know how to stop." After that, I stopped seeing him as a nuisance, saw him as a man who lost his purpose and kept wearing it like a uniform. We never thanked him publicly. Can't endorse patients second-guessing doctors. But behind closed doors, some of us started asking, "Hey, what would the guy in jeans say?" And sometimes, quietly, we listened. Now he still comes in, sometimes with pain, sometimes with nothing at all. Sits, reads, watches. And when a young resident rushes past with a misread chart, he might lean forward, say something soft. Not loud, not proud, just true. And I think grief can take many forms. Yours might be tears, mine might be silence. His is knowing too much, caring too long, loving so deeply it turned into expertise. And maybe that's the saddest diagnosis of all. You've forgotten how to live outside the hospital because the only place you ever really lived with her was inside its walls.